Recently, I have been having a lot of pain in my pancreas. I have a doctor who specializes in the pancreas. He works at a medical center 400 miles away. Although I've called to get a sooner appointment, the physician's schedule is very full. My appointment with the doctor is not for another few months. There is a GI clinic which is located only 45 minutes from my home. I thought since I'm not able to see my pancreas doctor for several more months, I would try to get medical care closer to home. Tomorrow, I see a doctor who could potentially help, but how God will allow everything to play out is still a mystery. Tomorrow, I have an appointment to see a local GI doctor. I was referred to him by my primary care doctor when she thought the chest pain I was having was my esophagus spasming. When I saw the GI doctor, the esophageal spasms were ruled out as a cause of my chest pain. While waiting for my next appointment, my pancreas starts acting up and causing a lot of pain. I seek medical attention at the follow-up appointment for my chronic pancreatitis. Unfortunately, from this time forth, the GI doctor does not conduct the appointments. Instead, I get assigned to physician's assistants and nurses. At my next appointment, I see a physician's assistant, or PA. She seems very educated, but I can sense my medical case is far beyond the scope of her knowledge. The PA orders tests to rule out various GI conditions. When all those come back normal, she seems stumped. She tells me I do not have chronic pancreatitis because my pancreatic enzyme levels were not elevated. One of the most common myths about chronic pancreatitis is that the pancreatic enzymes must be elevated to have the condition. This is not true. The pancreatic enzymes only elevate during an acute attack. With chronic pancreatitis, the pancreas is injured over and over again. This creates scar tissue and prevents the pancreatic enzymes from being released into the blood. The pancreatic enzymes measured in blood work will usually not elevate. Other tests, such as an MRI or ultrasound, need to be used to make the diagnosis of chronic pancreatitis. Out of respect for the PA's authority, I do not correct the PA. I allow her to dismiss the diagnosis of chronic pancreatitis despite having many years of tests and procedures which state I have chronic pancreatitis. The PA orders more stool and blood tests. At another appointment, I see a nurse. The nurse tells me my issue is an H. pylori infection in my stomach. I tell her all my tests, including biopsies from my stomach, have been negative for the bacteria. The nurse insists my issue is an H. pylori infection. She orders more testing. At another appointment, I see a different nurse. This nurse insists I need a CT scan with contrast dye. I protest and say I have an anaphylactic reaction to the contrast dye. The nurse says to have the scan done anyway, and we will see what happens this time. I stand firm and say my reaction is an anaphylactic reaction. I will not have the test done. The nurse finally drops the subject of the CT scan and abruptly says, I think you should see the doctor for your next appointment. I agree with the nurse's suggestion, and praise God, I will finally see the GI doctor again. Tomorrow is hopefully the day I see the GI doctor. I am praying the doctor will be the person I will see for my appointment. I have been promised in the past my next appointment will be with the doctor, only to have a nurse or a physician's assistant act as the provider. Whatever happens, I pray I'm able to be a beacon of light to those around me. I pray I can see God working through all events and people. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.